Welcome to the Wild Magic Tavern. Kia ora, welcome to the Wild Magic Bloody Tavern. My name is Tom. I'm streaming from a little bit of a different place today. My wife's away, and so I can't be out in the bloody garage while the kids are inside sleeping peacefully. I just can't do that to my anxiety. And so here I am at my dining table. It's a very good sign in the background. There will be no panic. And a lovely green, what is this? A fiddly fig. To entertain and delight you. I'm going to try to turn on the chat now. I've tried to put a little thing in on the chat. Someone's messaging me. Now look, I've put a little black border around the chat because I thought it'd be quite confusing otherwise. There we are. Look, oh yes, Aihe, test it out. Perfect. Look at that. It's a bit garish, isn't it, having a big crate box? But you know, we do what we do. Oh, everybody, stop. Stop panicking. It's a great piece of art for us in our household to keep it on the level. I'm just gonna shut my door because I'm almost whispering, and I want to give you guys the full on voice experience. Il no panique. Look, I didn't think it all through. How's everyone's how's everyone's bloody lives going? I've just, for the second night in a row, put my eldest kid down to sleep, consoling them about the concept of death. and so that's how my night's going. The setup was moving it through here was a little bit stressful, but we're going to be working on some beautiful little trinkets today, because if we can't control anything else in the world, we can control our little trinkets, except my worst enemy, the ceramic jug. But we're going to try our best to if you were there for this a few streams ago, we tried to make this out of this putty. Nope, yes, that putty. This Tamiya epoxy putty. And we did a job. We did it. We made an object. I'm gonna try to get the music back up. Hang on. Let's have some beautiful music coming back in. And basically that's us. Just some cute little trinkets. I've got the rest of our sheets of paper of our it's really weird. Sheets of paper for the offers that people made. We're going to need to make some new offers, I think, as well. And we're just going to work through it all, you know? We're just going to blimmin' work through it. Keyboard over here. Both cameras. This one here. Both cameras here. Both cameras. This one here. And this one here are different to what I normally use. So, any opinions, any feedbacks? Yes, thank you, Bog Fashion. Look, I've been a bit hectic, but I changed it now. But yes, the announcement did say that we are. Look at that absolute Frankenstein of my work. Streaming, makers, and crafting. We are going to make a song to stream with. It's a musical side quest. So I didn't change the topic last week. I think I did the same thing where I started streaming and then changed the topic. And so now every week it's going to be the wrong topic. And that's just Wild Magic Tavern vibes. And it's just going to lead us beautifully into trying to hack this ceramic jug to pieces in a way that makes it look aesthetic. Any other Pānui for the day? Life is good. Kindness is the answer. And Peace out. That's my Pānui for the day. Oh, I bring that light a bit closer. Handle's good, eh? I do agree. I was really proud of that. Not from this side. Look at that. But from this side, which is, I'm gonna pitch. Thanks, Aihe. Pānui over. I like it from this side. And now listen, hear me out. The spout, or whatever you call this beak, it has potential. And I knew that making it. I didn't want to touch it because I knew that if we trim off a little bit there, she's gonna be alright. Alright. Okay. And I think we need to generally kind of yonic the thing. Now that's a fancy word, isn't it? Yonic. Oh gosh, I'm too warm already. 2 seconds, please. I'm not used to streaming with properly insulated walls. So this is new. Also, guys, some more casual. Now we're moving to the casual Pānui. It's getting, I don't want to jinx it, a little bit warmer down here. Walk around in t-shirts, soaking up the sun vibes. Okay, here's what we have to do. Excuse me, Joe. An earthenware jug, suggested by Bog Fashion. Top notch. We have to do not only a journal soaked in blood, suggested by Holly/Holinator. We also have to do. Wait. Oh no, that was on this one. We also have to do a jar of hopes and a jar of dreams by someone called White Cloud Wanderers. And I've talked through my plans for this. Basically, we're going to get glow stick, candle. Oh, I didn't get it all set up. Varying sizes of drill bits, getting larger and larger until we've hollowed out the middle of this guy. The middle of this guy. Here's my theory. With that already, it's not going to work. But listen, it's all about trying. You know what I think my theory is that we're going to get in there, and then when it's time to extract, it's going to bring a lot of the glue with it. Will that matter? Who knows? Okay. Oh, I'm going to lose all these already. Spling! Okay. Is the music still there? Can people hear the music? Kind of, I think it might just be fading. These things. Let's just crack on with it. I'll probably remember other stuff I have to say as we go, as per usual. I'll put my caddy. Oh, this is how I carry all my bits around. Crafting in a chic little caddy. It looks much chicer. Thanks, Aihe. It looks much chicer when I'm not overstuffing it, but you know what? Oh, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this earthenware jug. Gosh, the lighting's way nicer in here, isn't it? I am going for a much more cozy vibe in the tavern itself. So more like dimly lit, moody, mysterious. But this is much more a classic streamer vibe, isn't it? I've been looking at streamers lately and been like, God, they've lit the whole room up so bright, haven't they? Anyway, we've all got our own stuff, you know. We're all working on our own thing and trying to figure out our own bloody thing. All right, let's have a look at this. Here we are. So, scalpel. First, we're just going to try and get some of this. Oh, the cleanup on this is going to be hectic. Because there's just kind of little bits of clay everywhere. I've also got sandpaper, which I like. Maybe I'll just cut the. I think this is mostly for the. Oh, jeez, okay. speaking of music, I had this thought pop into my head, right? Because some of Aihe's songs have been from a show that we made together called The Little Prince. And this theory, this thing of like, so like the initial idea of a song has come from a show that he composed a bunch of music for. Beautiful music called The Little Prince. And that got me thinking that there's a song that I wrote that was similar to a lot of the music we've been writing for this project, based on I was playing a lot of Final Fantasy 12 at the time, and there's some incredible like walking about a village type music that made me think, and that made me at that point write a wandering about the village type song. And it was the first ever song. I was in a band at the time, and I had this Korg keyboard with a bunch of different voices on it, a bunch of different instruments it could play as. And it's my first time ever that I made a piece of music without a band, and I recorded all the parts, and I composed it all, but it was not in the fancy music creation software that I've shown you in this project, but one that is just pure sound waves. So you just record, and it was called Audacity, and it's a free one, and it's very good for some things. I would say for recording a song by yourself, it like this Earthenware Jug, it does it, but definitely not the best go at it. But anyway, first ever song that I made myself. I was super proud of it, and I think I want to redo it because it just keeps popping into my head that like it ticks all the boxes for what we need. So I'm going to give it a go. Oh man, I'm doing some rough hacks at this and I don't like it. Now what? I mean, we definitely like, I know it may not look like I've changed much. Also, sorry for the hectic refocusing and recalibrating that this camera does. That's why I tried using it for my initial stream setup. Look at this. No, it's not doing it now. Okay, I've got some sandpaper. I'm going to try that. See if it does anything. Definitely. Thank you, Bob Fashion. If you know what you're talking about with these bloody Earthenware jugs, tell you what. Oh yeah, oh yeah, now we're bloody talking, aren't we? Thanks, guys. I feel like everyone's so supportive in this freaking stream, aren't they? Aren't you? Lovely people. Now I think I will still paint this, even though we kind of discovered it is almost the exact color that we want it to be. What is that? Back to crafting. Welcome, Deco Boko. I think I'm really happy with that shape. I think I'm not going to carve too much more out of it because my toxic trait is over detailing. I might just, having said that, duck in here a little bit. Yes. Might just try and carve a little niche. No, I'm not gonna. Oh, I dropped it. Shit. Look at that. That's an Earthenware Jug. I'm gonna see what happens if I put a bit of water on. I'll be right back. You'll talk amongst yourselves. It's great being in my kitchen. I can get a drink of water, I can wash things off. Look at that now. Hey now. Hey now. You ever seen an Earthenware Jug? Oh, guys. When I first made this, I didn't think it was ever going to be as good as this. before I started trying to make it, I thought it was going to be much better than this. But in the mid-process, flashback to me trying to make it, I didn't think it was going to be this good in the end. And you know what? They're a rustic people. They're a rustic people. They can, they do what they can, you know? That's what I love about all this, is when I do bad stone walls or huckery ass earthenware jugs, I just go, you know what? That was Bill's best go at making an earthenware jug, and he's just starting out, so we had to support him when we bought it off and when we put it on the mantelpiece, because we said, way to go, Bill, you're really doing something with yourself. You were aware, you were such a wastrel, Bill, but now Bill, now you're really trying to do something with your life. Let me just get these into a line and snort the putty shavings, and that's gonna give me a real good buzz for the rest of the stream. No, I'm just gonna chuck it in the rubbish actually. Caution, drug-related humour. Oh, sorry, that was a bit late. Damn it, sorry. Yeah. And just like that, we're on to the next project. But we'll put you there so we remember that we did it. And we think, you know what, that's beautiful. Okay. Sorry, it was someone messaging me on the Wild Magic Tavern Instagram. It was a friend saying, I did a post of like my this carry case of me bringing everything into the house. Instagram story saying, I'm getting set up for my stream, blah blah blah, and they said that they thought that at first glance that it was hair straighteners in the box, and that I was doing my first Wild Magic Tavern Get Ready With Me series. Would people watch it? It would be pretty short. Not to be stereotypical, but it would be pretty short. Actually, it would be Get Ready With Me, wouldn't it? I mean, how many steps away from actually streaming some content do we get? How many steps away from actually doing something on the stream that's not so meta? Imagine, Get Ready With Me to get my stream set up ready to stream. How far out do the Russian dolls go? Alright. Okay. A jar of hopes and dreams. We can vote in the chat. Would we like to do a jar of hopes and dreams or a journal soaked in blood? Those options again are a jar of hope and a jar of dreams, or a journal soaked in blood. Jar. I hear you, absolute vindictive young man. Team shuffle. I don't know if it's because people want to see me suffer or see me succeed. But either way, here we go. Am I going to burn my fingers? Am I going to set off my fire alarm? Am I going to turn this into a big piece of glue spaghetti? There's only one way to find out. That's what they say, don't they? Oh. Just got to get a lighter, sorry. Did I bring it back inside? Yes! Bam! Okay. Oh, what am I saying? I'm intrigued by the jar. Is it made of glass? It'll want to twist in your hands with the drill. Oh, so what I'm going to do, Bog, is I'm going to use the smooth end. But I think you're right that it will come out. Digga Bugger, this is a glue stick. But in the story, yes, made of glass. Someone also showed me on a YouTube tutorial that if you kind of dust it with the with the candle a little bit without blackening it can make it more transparent, but maybe they had a more high quality glue stick than I do. Bit of fish peeping. Can you see? Is there something happening? Oh, a bit too much. Is that? I'm gonna bring this closer. Is it more see-through on that? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright. Our first thickness. Ta-da! Here we go. Heat you up. Oh geez, no, it's gonna blacken it, isn't it? Damn it. It's got soot on it now, but we'll see. Can I rub off the soot? Oh no. Don't go to hospital, Tom. Don't get yourself in hospital. Okay. Don't go to the burns unit, Tom. I think it is more transparent in the end that I've been warming up. You probably can't see that on my super. Oh yeah, I guess you can. Look at that. Do you see? Look at that. Oh, a little bit more glassy. Or I could be losing it. Okay, let's heat this up without it getting burned. It's silent in the chat. I was just watching. Everyone was glued to their streams. Everyone remembers where they were when Tom was making a jar out of a glue stick. Something's happening. Something's happening. Maybe I wait for it to cool. I just keep spinning. Oh, I'm getting some purchase in here. Can you see? Hiya! Oh! Guys! Guys! Hang on, that candle's actually disrupting our vision. Look at that! Cavity created! Very hard to see, but hang on. No, about the same. Okay. Alright, we're going to step it up one level. Okay, that was level 1. Guys, I think this theory might actually flip and work. Get some hype going. Does this deserve a hype train? What is that called? What is that, a hype train? I looked at like the bare minimum requirements for a hype train. And if you don't know what a hype train is I don't know, something that happens on Twitch when cool things are happening and everyone's excited. And oh brother. And I looked at the bare minimums and it's so high, you guys. It's like 10 subs and 1,200 bits in like a minute, and if that happens then you get yourself a hype train. Next level. Oh shit, sorry, I'm not showing you. Next level. Guys, this is actually freaking flipping working. What is that emoticon? Sorry, Bug, I'm trying to look. Oh, hype! I can't, yeah, what's, oh god. Oh, it really slips if you let it. Because of the heat, it kind of really swayed around. This is exciting. Pop. And I'm okay with this little strand because we can just get it off. Oh, it's bending a bit though. I need to make sure. Okay, this needs to be This needs to be rotating. I think I'll heat it up on here, out of shot a little bit, and then I can do the action here. Or else what's the point in having you on here? Okay, next level up. So we're getting bigger. We're getting this big. Do you reckon I should just jump? I'm just gonna jump. Famous last words, here we go. This big. My main thing is, will it even heat up the whole thing? I can't see how many people are viewing, but if you're watching this going, what the hell is going on here? Feel free to pop a question in the chat, and I'll do my best to elucidate the situation. Okay, come on. No questions? Good. I thought it made sense as well. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of popping when it goes in. That's crazy, isn't it? Oh my gosh, that's really cool. We're in, and then we're out. Goes like that, eh? Guys, this is working. I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't think this was gonna work. Is that just a jar there already? If I cut that and put some stuff in there, that's a jar, isn't it? That's a bloody jar. We've done it. We're only gonna done it. Just so you know, I'll cut it. I'll cut it there. And then you can do a thing where you heat this a little bit, and then you push it down on the thing, and then you pull it off. Maybe baking paper, and then it makes a little that little lip at the top, which could ruin all my work. Yes, it's true. It's very true. Let's cut this, eh? Thank you, torch. Thank you, candle. Let's go a little bit deeper than we actually want. And very gentle. Do the rockabye baby technique. Oh god, it's getting all the freaking dirt all over it. Shh. I'm a flippin' idiot, guys. We'll get the baking paper now. Wait there, I'm in my kitchen, so it won't take long. Brown baking paper. Don't be alarmed, that was just the sound of me ripping some brown baking paper. I'll move this candle somewhere where I'm not going to burn my house down. As cute as that would be. I'll be a bit gentle here. God, it's really... it's really resisting it. Come on now. If I've learned nothing else, and if this all goes wrong from here on out, what I've learned is anything's possible. Follow your dreams. Follow them. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, okay. Can you see anything that's happening? Probably not. Basically, I'm trying to hack through this thing by rotating it and cutting with a knife. It should be coming up a lot easier than it is. I guess cutting through glue is maybe not easy. Maybe not meant to be easy. Oh, a precious little jar. Guys, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me, man, right now? You freaking for real right now? Okay. Now just a little bit of refinement here as I burn my hand. Very gentle. Ooh, yes, that was actually burning my hand. I'm going to change up the music to be a bit more mysterious. Okay. I think I want another go with their big boy. Their big friend here. Ooh. Okay, no, Tom. Because I think we actually want to smooth. We want to round to the bottom. No. Oh. What are we going to do? What have I seen people do? I've seen people shape these and they go like, they heat it up and then they press it onto something and then they let it cool and then they pop it off and there's like a little lip. Maybe we just do that. Maybe that's all we need to do. very straight on this way. It's not very straight on this way. Oh, I don't know if I can do it. I'm all nervous. Guys, I'm all nervous. Okay, let's do this thing. Heat it up a little bit. Heat it up on the candle flame. And just gently press it into the paper. Oop. No, it wasn't hot enough. Feeling any melt there. Okay, sorry if I'm not really talking, I'm concentrating very hard. Boom. Oh, little lip. There's a little lip. And then hands off. Last time I tried this, I tried it on, I think just this green mat here. Went very badly. It's even on stream, I think, and it's been recorded, but I didn't make a big deal of it at the time. I think at that point I just gave up. I have to stop myself from laughing because I'm going to blow out the candle. It's fine, I can get it. I can win. Oh, a little lip at the top. That's pretty magical. Anyone want to offer? Well, it's not actually much of a lip. Oh, it's good from this angle. Can you see? Look at that, mate. Look at that. Now I want to round the butt. I want the butt to be rounded a bit more. How do you suppose we do that? With one of these? Just like an apple? I mean, it kind of looks like something like that. Eh? Maybe, hang on. Let me just work on something here. Could the butt, can I melt it round? What if I, okay, I'm gonna melt, okay, shh. Okay, shh. Okay, shh. Watch this. Melt it and do that. Maybe? Not quite. Oh, there's something. Oh no, I touched it. I mean, come on. Guys. I think I'm really doing something here, but I think I do need to chuck this guy back in. One more go. Clean it off, chuck it back in. Oh, it's really... Oh, what happened is it got covered in glue. Who could have foreseen this? I think I'm just going to make one jar. I know that our friend White something Wanderers, I don't think it was just White Wanderers. White Island? White Cloud Wanderers. I'm guessing it needs a lid to keep the hopes in. Yes, the hopes could just go spilling out, couldn't they? I might think of, often when people are making these little crafts that I've seen, they'll often like find the perfect trinket that becomes the lid, like a little button. Or I was even thinking like little safety pins, and you can cut the thumbtacks, and you can cut the thumb bit off of them. Just going to blow that candle out, but I do need it. Get off here, damn glue. We don't need you anymore. Scram. You know, I'm just going to get a big one. Okay, one more level up. Ooh, let's go. Here you go here. Yeah. Because to me, I'm not critiquing White Cloud Wanderers' imagination and what they're trying to give to us. It says this book now. But to me, those are the same thing, hopes and dreams. So let's just say it's a hopes and dreams jar. Do I have to maybe make a little paper label where I write very minusculely hopes on it? And then do you think it's like little pieces of paper people have written on and folded up and put in there? Or do you think it's like, oh, I don't want to be crafting little things to go in the little thing. This is about as small as I can make things, I reckon. Okay, are we warm? Warm up. Sorry, you can't even see me do this, but it's so that you can see the next bit. Clearer. Let's try. Yes, very good. Okay. Make sure it's all level here. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm doing good. Going a little bit there. Let's see. Come on. Believe in yourself. You can do anything. You can make the little jar. And we wait for a second. Oh, wait, but we gotta keep rotating it, and then pop. Oh, that was close. I felt the structural integrity of the jar. Not like that. Not having an enjoyable time. However, yeah, even better. This could almost, on a different scale, be a very good like tumbler for a doll. I can't believe how well that worked. What in the actual frick? Okay, and then we're gonna make this a little more pronounced. Make the lid a little more pronounced. The lip, sorry, I should say. And boop. Pronounce yourself. Pronunciation is important. Sometimes. Oh, I have no gauge of when is the right time to pull it away from the bloom. Come on, yeah. Changes colour slightly. I'm just gonna go split. Yes, that was it. We did it together. We're making the stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One last thing I want to do is probably need like a wooden thing so it doesn't heat up. I guess wooden things still take the heat, don't they? Just want to see if I can dust this with a little, just make sure you can see. Dust this with a little once over, like a marshmallow. There we go. A bit more clarity. Oh! Koutou logoro. Oh! Oh shit! Stop trying it! It's precious. Okay, on the mantelpiece, look at these. Oh, that could almost be a 2-set. Some fresh OJ. Look at that. These two things are going to be epic with each other. And now it's time for a little bit of that. Oh, gorgeous. Okay. Our first two trinkets, well on their way. Now, let's head over to our blood stained, soaked journal. Thank you for the candle. You did great. Amazing. It's all smoky now. Okay. Blood soaked journal. Here's what I have to say to you. At the end of one of my streams, I was like, one quick thing I'll do is I will do the tea staining of the journal pages. Here's what happened is I cut the big long strips and I just chucked the big long strips in there. Number one, the tea was too dark and I left them in there for too long. And so for my money, the pages, the color of the paper was too dark. And so I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And also, it had like these beautiful discoloration patterns, but it was the pattern in which a long strip of paper would be discolored, not, and then if I cut that into smaller parts and made a book out of it, what am I trying to say? So the edges would be, yeah. Here's what happened is I did a big clear out of my workshop and I threw them out because I wasn't happy with them. And so we're going to start again on the blood-soaked journal. It's a really long way of saying that. Okay. Because I wasn't happy with it, and we can do it again. We can do it better. Fresh pot of tea. Where's my paper? And the plan is to have this paper is the pages, and then even though there's some Cocoa Puffs, some Woolworths Cocoa Puffs on that side, I'm going to use that side as the cover, and we can paint that anyway. So this is going to be the cover, because to me it's not like an ancient. From the description, for me it's not like an ancient tome of like a wizard that has like beautiful embossing and you know what I'm saying. It's not a high quality book. It's like a journal that an adventurer has been taking around all of their adventures and like scribbling down hurried notes as they're hiding behind a boulder as a hill giant throws a rock at their head. That's my fantasy of a blood-soaked journal in this particular instance, which the prompt was something left by an adventurer. So if a jug is this big, if a jug be that big, how big would a book be? Would a book be as big as a jug? Would a book be smaller than a jug? If the mantelpiece is like this long, I think the book could be like smaller than I made it before. How much is this? I don't want to draw lines on it because I don't want them to show up in the final product, even though none of this is going to be the same. It's important to me. So here's the system that we're going to use. We'll put the tea to the side for now. We'll put the jar over there with its picture friend. And we're going to cut... oh, that feels perfect right there. Let's do that. And now not even these have to be perfect. Oh, and by not perfect, I mean definitely not perfect. Let's just have a long hard think about what we've done. And let's trim this bit here. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, now each of these is going to be folded into, let's make a journal. That's a pretty cool size for a journal. Yeah. Yeah, and we're going to do this, but we're not going to do the technique that I saw someone else do that where it's all just concertinaed. Or do I? You know? So we're just going to fold it, make a bunch of pages, a bunch of leaves, a bunch of fields. And then, do you see what I mean? Now when we chuck it in the tea, now when we do that, oh, I've actually got a really good technique for this. Humble brag. I just thought of something, humble brag. Now when we chuck it in the tea, you will notice that will all, like the coloration will drift to the edges, you know? You know what I'm saying? You get it. I don't know how much on the stream I say. You get it, but it must be an awful lot. That is enough pages for me. Okay, here we go. Can we just trim this edge here? Top. Beauty. Trim the top. Top. Beauty. Trim the bottom. Top it. Beauty. Now the top, it looks a bit poopy. There's going to be the hearth all over again. I'm just going to keep trimming it until there's nothing left. No, we're good. Okay, and then look. They've all come out as their own little poopy leaves. Wait, have they? Yes, thank goodness. Look at these little poopies. Okay, so then we're going to open all these up, right? Each of these are going to have their own little bath. Nice, thank you. Each going to have their own little bath in the tea. If you had to bath in one tea of your choice, what would it be? You don't have to do any of the logistics, you don't have to do any of the organising or the cleanup. Your job is just to lie in a bath of a tea. You choose the temperature. What you picking? I might do a chamomile. A nice relaxing chamomile. What about you guys? What about you folks? I've got altogether way too much tea, but let's go. Can you see? Oh, I can actually move this one around a bit. Hey, look at that. Get in there. Oh no, get off your friend. Get off your cousin. Oh, bloody hell, you're all in there. Let's just look at them for a bit. Peppermint would be good. You'd smell good for days, wouldn't you? Chamomile is a very, I don't know, it's a strange smell, isn't it? But gosh, isn't it calming? Look at them in there, it's like a zoo. Do something. Frickin' do something. Paid $120 for the family to come see you, soaking up a bath of tea, and you're just lying there. Get under the water, that's what we came for. Just gentle encouragement. I just don't want to do on each other because that'll mess up the coloration. The granulations and the coloration, you see. Ah, yes. Very good. Delicious. Okay. Now, okay. Very important. We've come to the end of the list that I had we've come to the end of that round of suggestions. So now we're moving on. We've had something left by the previous owner, which was a jar of hopes and dreams and an earthenware jug. We've begun work, but we need to wait for it to dry, soak and then dry, a journal soaked in blood, which is something left by an adventurer. And now we're on to something that Bobo put there to spruce up the joint. Now, listen. Fam. We have 5 suggestions from the community. 5 suggestions. We have a rubber ducky, a lush lamp with dangling crystals, a photo of an award-winning cow. I don't know how they manage the technology. Let's just say it's like a sketch or an artist's impression. An owl sculpture with sapphire eyes and a cool stick. Now, I'm praying for cool stick. All the others are extremely difficult to make, and I would love some more suggestions so that the likelihood of me rolling a lush lamp with dangling crystals becomes almost 0. So I'm going to get a pen, and everyone's going to have a little think. Everyone's going to scratch their little noggins, and we're all going to think about what we could... something that Bobo, the guy at the top who says, "Welcome to the Wild Magic Tavern," that guy, what is he putting on the mantelpiece to be like, this would be nice? Oh, very good. Cool stick is good though. It's 2 votes, cool stick. I'm purposefully not suggesting things because everyone else, it's all got to come from everyone else, you know. A cool pebble. I could make a pebble. Now we've got 1 minute of suggestions. And then I'm just gonna roll the damn dice. You gotta roll the dice. Da 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 doo. What else do you reckon could go on this mantelpiece to spruce up the joint? A dice. Hard to make. No, I can make it. I can make it out of wood. I'd make it out of wood. A die. A helmet! A helmet of some sort. Okay. A die. People, a helmet, a dice. That's good. We've got a D8. We've got a D8 somewhere here. Let's roll it. Cutting off suggestions, but thank you so much. Okay. What we don't want, and I've jinxed it before by doing this, a crown? Crown's fun too. Okay, I'll get out a D10 yet. Jeez. Fancy. Crown. Alright. So, a rubber ducky, a lush lamp with dangling crystals, a photo of an award-winning cat. Let's say painting or charcoal sketch. An owl sculpture with sapphire eyes, a cool stick, a pebble, a helmet, a dicer crown. Love it. A tarnished, broke kind of crown. I love it. 8. A dice. That's nice. I can do that. Here's what I'm thinking. I've got this wood that I could do. It'll be quite small, won't it? It'll be quite small. That's okay, isn't it? I could chop a bigger one, but I'd have to cut this chunky wood down a little bit. Because like a dice next to it. Oh, a dice next to a jug. That's a bit bigger than that. Oh gosh. Maybe I will just make it this big. I'll make it a square cube of this size. Because I feel like that'll read nicely on the mantle. Shit, we can make this right now. We can make it right now. Live on stream. This is what we came for. We may as well bloody do it. Okay, so we want it to be squared. These all good dice are. Now you didn't specify a big die made from bone. Ooh, gosh. Ooh, they do have some bone paint. You didn't specify, so I'm making a D6. Too late, too late. Oh, actually 20 size. Look at that, a dice. We did it. Guys, we're really making magic today. Sorry, I can't start. Sorry, I can't start. Oh yeah, man, I really wish I could have made a double dodecahedron. What do you call it? Ooh. Nice. Oh, that was surprisingly satisfying. So now we have, in order, an earthenware jug, a jar full of hopes and a jar of dreams. We have a journal on the go, and we have a dice. I might paint this now. This dice would be fun to paint now, or should I? Should I paint it? Should I paint it a particular color, or should I keep the wood and just like someone's just scratched in some? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I think maybe painting it will look nicer. Incredible! I'm gonna circle dice because we did it. Gosh, we're hoonsing. I mean, it is 10 o'clock, but it's been almost an hour of streaming. But we can't get distracted with pedantic trees because we're going to move on. So spruce up the joint. Something from another plane of existence. Now this is where we could get really unstuck. Literally in planarly. Okay, here we go. Our options from extra planar existences is a vase of beholder eye stalks. Pretty full on. Now, my eldest kid has a beholder mini that they asked for, and I got it. I bought it. It wasn't expensive. It was a cheapo one. I think it's because it was like I think it might be an undead beholder. It's not like the main showstopper lead role. And it came with a bunch of eye stalks, and so when I read this I was like, I think I could convince Louis to give me the eye stalks, and then I just chuck them in a vase. Do we chuck them in the earthenware jug? If I roll it, if I roll a 1. If I roll a 2, a dagger with a blade of ice. That's from uBlog, and that was a very exciting. I thought we're going to go back to our friend this, and I'm going to carve it out of glue stick. The scale of a blue chromatic dragon. Incredible. This made me think of the little ceramics that you've been microwaving. Log fashion. But I think I'd make it out of this putty. I think. A vase of flowers that never wilt, and a compass that gets hotter as it gets closer to the fire, and a bowl of voidfish. I don't know what a voidfish is strictly. I have listen to a bit of the first season of Adventure Time, and they talk about a voidfish a lot. That I think is the only existence of a voidfish. But our friend J Foster suggested a bowl of voidfish, so we might have to do it. Does anyone have any further suggestions that could be from another plane of existence? Speak now, forever hold your peace. The planes of existence are in Dungeons and Dragons world, the plane of fire, the plane of water, the plane of earth, and you're not going to believe this, the plane of air. And then there's the Feywild, fairies, pixies, a lot of elves, centaur, talking animals, hags. There's the Shadowfell. The Shadowfell? It's called the Shadowfell, eh? Am I mixing up terminologies? An Abyssal Arrow. Sheesh. Now we're talking. Abyssal. I've spelled that wrong. I can even just look over here and get the right spelling. Good. An Abyssal Arrow is very cool. Abyssal as in from the abyss, from the demon worlds. There's the Hells, which is the devil world. There's the Mechanist, which is the clockwork world. There's also your more traditional heavens with angels and clouds and such. There's the kind of Viking-based afterlife, kind of like Valhalla styles. Anything from that kind of realm. But I think we've got enough. I think these are all pretty interesting, so let's roll on this. Last chance. I'm getting the dice out. I'm getting the D8. Here it comes. Get out of the way, you three. You've done enough. Here we go. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see me talking to the objects. Here we go. Roll, 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 roll. It was a... hang on. Gotta get on camera. A 7. An Abyssal Arrow! Look at that. Is that twice now? The one that has been suggested in the moment is the one that I've rolled. That's great. Abyssal Arrow is pretty fun. I don't think I know how to make that right now. And what I mean is, I will be able to make it. I've just got to come up with a plan for it. And the yeah, I was going to say the cool thing is I've got some Warhammer and some 40k stuff, but none of them have the actual arrows in them. They always like mime the arrows. So maybe I could make it out of something. I've got to also dream up what would make it an Abyssal Arrow. I could make an arrow out of demon parts. Yeah. Oh, Abyssal Arrow is very evocative. I like that it's not another vase or container, because that was, we have a lot. Yeah. I've got this 40k model set that I haven't used yet, and it's real like chaotic demon spawn things. There's all these like warped things with like horns and spines and tongues, and I feel like I could definitely make a chaos arrow out of that. It could almost be like on the mantelpiece, do you know what I mean? Like a couple of like hooks, and it's just like sitting on top of the mantelpiece. That could be nice. And I think with that we should be pretty good for stuff, because also it might be quite nice to hold off on cluttering it, and as things happen we might be like, that would be really good, a good thing to put on the mantelpiece, and then we're almost, as we adventure, anything we adventure inside that overlay we can kind of collect as a souvenir. Like if I do finally play Cartograph and we come across something and someone points out like that would make a great thing for the mantelpiece, we can make it, you know. But for now we've got these guys, and now hold fire. I am going to fish out our journal pages and we'll see how they go, because I know you're all curious. fish them out with. Let me see if I have some chopsticks. Chopsticks would be great. Now do I keep my chopsticks? Yeah. There you go. And not just any chopsticks. You're gonna love these guys. Present from Deco Boko and family. Some Studio Ghibli. I think this has I think they come in different pairings, but look. There's a Totoro. And there's the Tale of Haku. Is the name Haku? It is name. Haku! I could be dreaming. So we're fishing out, we're fishing out. Oh, look at us go. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Oh, this one's really proper stuck together. Get him out of there. Now, could these do with a little bit more? No, I think they're pretty good. Yeah, nice. Look at them there. I think that I am gonna. Initially, I'd planned a big white piece of paper for cartograph as I do the map, but I think I'm gonna do this technique with it. I know it's not groundbreaking to do the tea staining, but I feel like having a crystal white piece of paper in the kind of, while trying to immerse us in the world of this old style cartography, I think would be a bit jarring, and also it would clash with the overlay. So having a more like sepia toned old style papyrus, I think will suit us a lot better. Oh, is that actually bent somehow? Is that just how the folds are? Oh, so much fun. I love this stuff. Boop boop. The things you learn in primary school, eh? Sometimes you're gonna need them. Now, I will make the cover out of this stuff here, I think. That'll look right, eh? I don't know. I could paint it. I just want it to be something that will soak up the blood. And I do have a blood effect paint that I accidentally bought. I thought I was buying red. Instead it was like a blood splatter kind of vibe. Anyway. Team, that's us. We crushed it. Oh, let's do a summary. Let's do a little summary, a little mock-up. Bits and of pieces. Look at them go. We got the jug. We got the jar. We got the dice. We got the journal on the go. Oh. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for joining me this evening in my new setup. Next week we'll be back to the shed out the back in my dimly lit dungeon, crafting away. I feel like I've said this every session for a long time, but I feel like we're getting really, really close. I feel like I just need to like assemble the book, paint the vase, put dots on the dice, put a lid on the jar, do a couple more coats of dry brushing on the overlay, and then we're into photography zone, you guys. We're into photography zone. Glue gun too easy. You've all, as per usual, just been absolutely splendid. What are we? A couple of a couple of 3 weeks of a debut of the what are we, a couple or 3 weeks off a debut of the overlay? I think so. And then I'm going to have to find out how to actually do something. It's going to be bizarre, it's going to be wild, but look, we've got a bunch of music, we're going to have a crisp overlay. We're going to be super stoked, and we've got this beautiful community of people hanging out, ready to go. Let me just get this lined up. Where is it again? I forget where it is. No. I think I just have to click it. I'm such a dingus, guys. I've been trying to do this outro thing. Do I not have it? Oh no, that's what I'm doing. I've been duffing this every single session. I try and do this really smooth outro. Alright, man. I hear you, shut your mouth. Anyway, hey, pretend none of that happened. Hey team, thanks for stopping by.